Okie dokie, let's go jump some ranked games with a random character and see what we're going to get today. So it looks like we're playing the Pyromancer once again. We do start off with our offering bowl, a dagger, and a chili pepper. Now a lot of items on sale, which is kind of smashing, especially for our offering bowl, because we want to be offering up 7 golds whenever we can. Looking for those amulets. Let's grab a wooden sword, let's go and grab our piggy bank. I'm going to roll looking for some storage, which we did get, hell yeah. And more items on sale. Now I was really hoping to craft up a torch, which we didn't get this round. So for this round, I'm going to grab ourselves a flame and I'm going to grab ourselves a garlic. But I'm going to reserve the banana. And I'm thinking about offering up our walrus tusk with our chili pepper. And now I'd like to keep our chili pepper, to be honest. So maybe offer up our garlic with the flame. Keep our chili pepper. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now we could craft up molten dagger, but I'm not going to be doing that. Let's see how we deal with this mage rocking. They're going to be crafting up a shovel, but they do have magic for dummies, which means some max life stacking. So can we beat them down before that max life does scale up just enough to win out? Because it is kind of looking like, yeah, definitely so. That max life stacking did give them the advantage. But hey, we got ourselves a broom, set of blueberries. Not exactly what I'm looking for, but it is what we got. Let's take our items. Any item on sale or cost 1, we're going to grab and we're going to roll again. And we're going to get a hero sword right now. Not exactly what I did want to go for, but it is the item we're going to get. Or should we? You know what? I'm going to roll again. Grab our storage, craft our torch, get an unidentified amulet. We want to take every single amulet we can get and offer it up with our offering bowl. Now I'm thinking about offering up our broom along with our dagger, but crafting up our torch, keeping our food items. Yeah, I'm going to rock on with this. Is this going to be a much better round 2? Maybe. We'll see. We are facing a berserker with a shovel. And yeah, they're going to get lifesteal and battle rage, and they're straight up bananas with double bananas. I mean, they're going to get some heals and stamina. He's not going to be any issue. However, with utility pouch, stamina's not too much of an issue with double weapons. But hell yeah, much better. Now come on, give us something awesome. Another amulet, or our first amulet, the amulet of life. Now we did just get rid of our dagger, so I'm super sad since we did get knife to meet you. But the exciting thing is we got Piggy Pinata and 2 piggy banks. How could we not take it? Hell yeah, I'm going to be grabbing it. And another piggy bank. Let's go and grab this. Another amulet of life. A dagger as well. And right now it might be a time to get rid of our chili pepper. Yep, along with our dagger, I'm going to be getting rid of it. Now, do we want to go for magic torch or do we want to go for burning torch? We'll see. I might hold on to it. Burning torch does give us that little bit easier time scaling up, so it's kind of nice right now, but a magic torch could be a nice way to get a lot of damage if we get ourselves a help up. But can we deal with the amount of cold our opponents, or blind I should say, that our opponent is inflicting? Decreasing our accuracy down to 60%, it's still pretty decent. So can we still win out? Because we do get 40 more max life and we do want to fall in shorts. However, that's a big explosion. Holy moly. Eye lamp. Spear. What a crazy shop. Or explosion. Let's got a set of boots too. Let's take our storage. Mana orb is straight up nuts. I kind of want to roll then. Roll. I'm going to take this and offer that up with our boots. Let's take our set of blueberries. I'm going to be crafting up a molten spear for now. Let's keep going. Now with that, I kind of want to sell 1 flame to go ahead and grab ourselves a piggy bank. We could keep our amulet, offer that up. That's 19 golds. We do have a chance to grab a legendary, which is not the end of the world. Piggy bank does want to fit in also. We want every chance to break open some piggy banks. So our banana is coming out for this round. Keep our piggy banks in. We definitely want to grab our storage. And then going to be offering up 19 golds. 19 golds, we probably should keep it till we can get some godly items. But we should be able to get a ton of value with our piggy banks, and we're dealing some insane damage right now. And hell yeah. Smashing even. I'm talking about smashing. Amazing. And hey, we got a bunch of eye lamps. 3 eye lamps with a puzzle badge. I mean, at this point, should we just go in for the heat stack and flame up with potentially some big mana buff bombs? Well, it does mean I probably want our puzzle badge, so we can find some extra bags. We probably want another freaking eye lamp, and we probably want to get rid of our weapons. So yeah, we're going to use our unstability combobulator to potentially get rid of our torch, get rid of our molten spear. We're going to keep our turnip, and yeah, we're going to go for a flame up. We're going to have our puzzle badge. We're going to grab our storage next round. And we're going to get a lot of scaling damage on this one torch with 3 eye lamps targeting it, which is kind of crazy. We also start off with 6 extra heat because of our eye lamps. So we're going to get that increased speed, and with our puzzle badge, it's going to speed up insane amounts, and we are going to start running out of stamina, especially facing his spike shields. And unfortunately, our opponents with the Turbo Shelly does end up outpacing us. But hey, what are we going to get? Okay, straight up Bloodthorn and a Sun Armor. I mean, let's just go ahead and grab our storage. Let's grab our storage. Puzzle Bag of Love is exactly what I wanted. And let's go ahead and grab ourselves a pineapple. I was really hoping that we get that pineapple. Now, as for the Hunger Blade, we could go Mana Thirst, Flame Whip. But let's go ahead and sell our Hunger Blade. We can take our Puzzle Bag. Now I'm thinking about just getting rid of our garlic. So I know it's 4 gold, it's not going to be too great for us. Although we could move this up and then potentially grab another garlic. Give us another set of blueberries. And I was hoping for a freaking pineapple. Maybe I do want to get rid of one of our set of blueberries. One of our set of blueberries, get rid of our stone. Our 7 golds. And we should be in a pretty good spot. All we need is any spike generation. We should be able to get a lot of heat stacking from the get-go. Our turnip should be able to deal some big old damage. And yeah, our Sun Armor should be able to get quite a bit of heals. Now we'll use up pretty much all our heats. But that should be okay. Use up all our heats, we heal us up. It should be amazing. We deal our damage with our spikes. Our turnip should be able to deal some massive damage. And amazing. Now what are we going to get? Freaking Stone Skin Pot? I was looking for him. Let's take our Health Pot. Let's take our storage. Puzzle Bag of Rune. We could go for a Cryomancer type builds. Like a Puzzle Bag of Rune. It is kind of interesting, is it not? I mean, we got a cold item and we got the Puzzle Bag of Rune. Yeah, I'm going to be going for that. And the question is, do we want to keep our Stone Skin Pot? Because we can get a bunch of block if we do want to. Again, we want to be offering up to get some flames for our Sun Armor. We'd rather get some better items. We can only offer up whatever we can offer up. Stone Skin Pot will also increase the speed on our Turbo Shelly, which will be kind of awesome too. But yeah, let's get this going. Let's get this Cryomancer on the road and inflict a bunch of debuffs. And we want to look for more Puzzle Bags of Rune. Not the way I was planning on going, but definitely the way I'm going to go now. However, our opponent is rocking a Shepherd's Crook, so if we did go Cryomancer, we wouldn't be inflicting too much colds. But so far, smashing. We do get a life back, and our piggy bank did explode. It gave us a ton more value. And nice, we got 2 flames. Now again, Cryomancer, gonna be awesome. Friendly Fire, even more awesome because we would stack our heat up relatively fast. So Friendly Fire is a bit tough not to take in this spot, but I still want to take Cryomancer. As crazy that sounds, we do get an ice block. Is that really that great for us? I mean, it kinda is. Gonna sell our spear though. Let's take our Puzzle Bag of Rune for now. And let's take our snowballs. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is that's a freaking Jin's lamp. We're taking that almost immediately, and we're going to craft up this flame up almost immediately as well. Now, we don't exactly need mana generation anymore. The reason why I did want to go for mana is basically to go for Friendly Fire. But it will make us that we stack up our spikes a little bit easier if we do start off with some mana. So it's not the end of the world if we do want to keep our mana orb. Blueberries will help us stack up our accuracy, which is going to be kind of nice, but I also kind of want to offer that up too. So we can keep getting our flames. Do we want to take the ice block? There's another way to inflict. Alright, cold. I'm not going to take it. Let's grab our flame up. We should be able to stack up our spikes with our Jin's lamp. We should be able to get our heat so we can inflict that colds. And scale up our crits. And holy moly, what the hell did I do with this frozen flame? This is insanely bad position. For sure, we don't even have a target on our weapon. However, we still managed to win out. It would be me if I didn't do something like this, which is kind of funny to be honest. But at least we got our flame up. Let's take our storage. Want any of these items? I mean, we could go Gloves of Power. Yeah, I'm going to take it. Gloves of Power. Heat from the get-go. We could grab ourselves a Stone Helmet instead. We can grab ourselves a Phoenix. Obsidian Dragon could be kind of nice. Box of Riches to grab some blue gemstones to slow down our opponents could be kind of nice. I'm not going to take it. Mana Orb. How about we just take a fanny pack for now? Now look, much better in this spot. That is 150,000% true. The only problem is applying crits, 5% more crits with our Piggy Pinata in this spot. We're struggling a little bit to get that in perfectly. I mean, we could just place it like this, which I'm kind of down for. Mana Orb in this spot, not going to be the most ideal either. We would like to place it down below. Maybe we do want it in this spot instead. I think so. This should be relatively awesome. We can also grab a puzzle bag of energy to refund some heat we do use up with our sun armor, the spikes we use up with our flame up. It does cost quite a bit. Also, we should have taken our Pestilence Flask and offer that up as well. I'm going to take it since it's on sale. But let's get going. Now at least we should be able to get our crits and our crit damage on our flame up. We do start off with 11 colds, which means 20% crits. And we should be able to get our heat stacked up relatively fast as well. So overall, this is actually going to be kind of smashing. Our opponent does cleanse some debuffs as well, but that's some big old damage, hell yeah. Now speaking of awesome, we did get Solaris. Now it's been a long time since I used Solaris, but Solaris is going to give us a 20% chance to duplicate any heat we do gain. But when we use a sun armor, whenever we use heat, it's going to give us more block. Because it usually uses heat to heal us instead of giving us block. So it's just going to give us more defenses overall. And if we stack in a sun shield, we have a 60% chance to gain some extra heat. I'm going to gladly take our Solaris. Now let's take this, let's grab our extra flame, let's grab our puzzle bag of energy, and I do want to slot it in here. Is there any way we can actually keep it this way? Now, do we want the Paradise Barb? I think I'm just going to continue rolling. If we want a different set of storage, so I'm going to keep rolling for now. Pineapple we're going to have to take. But we also need our Piggy Pinata in to try and get that extra bit of crits, because that 5% does matter quite a bit. The way we've set up, it's kind of tough to fit in, especially with all our items. Also, never crafted up our stone gloves, our gloves of power, because that will give us more damage, it'll give us block. It's going to be nice, potentially. Doesn't mean our Shelly's going to be going way slower. Let's add in our flames for now. And we also got our refunding bag on our sun armor along with our flame up. So it should be relatively awesome. We don't necessarily need this bag anymore. So I'm going to sell it. And so I think for the time being, I'm going to rock on with this. We're going to grab our pineapple in the next rounds. We're going to craft up our gloves of power. We're going to be getting rid of our poison flask. And we should be in a pretty good spot. We do start off with 16%. That extra 5% does matter quite a bit actually. But we should be in a pretty good spot to win out because we stack up a lot of heat, we inflict a decent amount of colds, and I'd love to grab more cold specific items like a frostbolt. And fanny pack, not bad. Bag of stones, don't really care too much about. Let's take these items. A cheese goober could go a long way. Heart container on Scylla's kind of nice. Now, do we want to grab ourselves a corrupted crystal? I'm going to sell the bag of stones. We could stack up a lot of armor by taking the corrupted crystal. I think I'm going to roll though, and I'm going to keep rolling. Draconic Garb to get some crits will be kind of nice, and our health bot. Speed up our Shelly could be kind of amazing. Do you want any of these items? I think I'm going to roll once more. Now it is a sun shields. We could take our sun shields. I'm kind of down for it. Let's just move on again. I'm going to be offering up our heart container. We don't necessarily want to keep it. But at least with our gloves of power, we should be able to deal more damage with our flame. It's going to be moving a lot slower, but when you stack up so much heat, yeah, it's going to just be really awesome. We deal our massive damage, inflict our colds, and we just beat down our opponent like there's no tomorrow. Wait, what do we get? Not too bad, a helmet. We can always use a helmet. Let's take our shield for now. Let's roll again. Do you want to go for double Jin Slump? I mean, we also... Probably not. We probably do want to grab ourselves this unidentified amulet. In terms of the mana orb, maybe don't necessarily want it. We could offer it up. We definitely want to keep our amulet feasting with our banana. So do we offer this up? With a customer card? Maybe do get rid of our amulet feasting. 18 golds. We go crazy. Yeah, I think so. I'm actually going to offer up all these items. We're not going to put in our banana. Didn't put in our helmet. We probably should have put in our helmet, to be honest. And I think we should be in a pretty good spot. Now, without the banana in, our stamina is going to be a bit of a risk, to be honest. But we should be able to get our infinite heat stack in. We should be able to inflict that colds and just deal massive damage. Now, our opponent does resurrect with the Phoenix. The dragon is going to have gained a lot of damage with double burning blades. However, that's a big old flame up damage. Hell yeah. Now we're gonna get something awesome, hopefully. Pair of boots, fanfare. Not so great. Let's grab you. Ounce of alchemy, I'm gonna offer that up almost immediately. Let's grab our storage again. Let's grab our heat. Let's keep going. Where's your cold items? Come on, we can find some cold items, maybe. Can we find some cold items? I'm gonna keep rolling. That's a cold item. Also, piggy bank. What the hell am I doing? We're taking that pretty much instantly. Yeah, that's gonna be amazing. Now, the bit of an issue I do have is I really do want our eye lamp in. Our third eye lamp. There's a lot of scaling damage, but our gloves of power really wants to sit in here. So maybe we do need to slightly move this out, move this over, so we can get our cold items moving a little bit better as well. And we can finally have our Piggy Pinata in this spot to give us our crits. So we don't get our eye lamp in this position. We definitely need to kill Brigid's lamp. Let's add in more flames. Helmet does want to go in. Banana does need to go in too. I'm going to sell our boots. We could offer it up, but I'm going to sell our boots just to keep rolling. Now, we could take Wood Protector. We do stack up a lot of buffs. Wood Protector would help with our stamina, but I'm not sure if we do need that much stamina. Or do we? But I'm going to rock on with this. With our gloves of power in this spot, we can actually target our sun shield. So every time this does trigger, it gives us 7 block, and every time we do gain 2 hits with our gloves of power, we actually deal 4 effect damage. So it's just a little bit more chip damage on top of already chip damage, and this is looking kind of smashing. So should we take our points and run? Maybe. We do end up with about a 60 DPS, which is actually not bad at this point in the game. Our opponents did end up with about 11 DPS. But we managed to deal almost 455 damage within 62 seconds. With heals, we did manage to get about 20 healing per second. Max health, we gained 51 in total, not a whole lot. And in terms of block, we did manage to get almost 300 block. Being our Frozen Flames, Sun Armor, Solaris, all amazing. But I'm going to continue on. I think we have the potential to get some insane value. Speaking of insane value, how about we just grab more Solarises? Or more Sun Armors, I mean. Let's take our Jin's Lamp. Let's roll again. Finally, some cold items. Problem is, our storage is kind of all over the place. But I'm going to have to keep rolling. Another pair of gloves. I'm going to keep rolling again. Now I'm going to sell this armor so we can go ahead and grab ourselves another fanny pack. Now, do we want to offer up this Jin's Lamp? I mean, it could also help us. Now, since you give 7 block on hit, it means if we do stack up all our buffs, we have the potential to lamp our flame up. But we would need a lot more spike generation. But I'm going to roll another mana orb, another piggy bank. Yeah, I'm going to be taking all the piggy banks we can get. Second flame up if he wants it. I'm not sure. But I'm going to rock on once again with this. But how much crits did we get off the get-go? 15%, not a whole lot. Our opponent did resist quite a few debuffs with the Poison Ivy, making it a lot harder to get a crit stacked up. And with Shielded, we're going to be eating up all our stamina, which is a little bit unfortunate. Our opponent is answering back with a lot of damage, and it's looking super close. But hell yeah, we do still manage to win out. Now we did get ourselves a chili pepper. I'm going to be taking, and I'm looking for whatever storage you can fit up top here. Bar down and sell, might as well grab. I'm going to grab the storage. Since we have the puzzle bag, I'm looking for some other storage we can actually grab. Now, Prismatic Orb. Do you want to go for Prismatic Sword? We still have a lot of rounds to go. I'm going to sell our storage. Paradise Bird we could take to increase our healing on both our Turbo Shelly along with our Sun Armor. Could be kind of nice. Or we could just straight up take the Prismatic Orb and just straight up offer it up. Which one is it down for? I'm going to keep wasting our gold rolling. These items on sale are really, really awesome. I'm going to reserve the Bloody Amulet, and it will be taking the next rounds because we can just straight up offer that up as well. Now, keeping a Prismatic Orb might not be the worst idea because it can stack up a lot of buffs for us. And the faster we get going, the more buffs we do get, so it's going to be relatively awesome. And smashing. I mean, our build right now gives us crazy block. It gives us crazy heat, it gives us crazy damage, and it slows down our opponents. CRYOMANCER is really, really awesome. And this is what I mean about offering up some items. We got literally the most insane one we could have ever gotten, being Amethyst Steel. And we're going to take our Stamina Sack. Let's grab our bloody amulet. More pineapples. Let's keep rolling. That's another mana orb if you do want it. We could try to get a big mana buff bomb. We're not going to take it. This tiny little bit of storage I'm going to be taking, it keeps offering us Jin's lamps with pineapples. I mean, we could just be taking all the Jin's lamps, just getting insane amounts of luck, spikes, mana, and just trying to lamp like crazy on our flame up. I mean, maybe we should be taking all these. You know, I will be taking them. Maybe get rid of our puzzle badge as well. Still going to roll though. I'm going to sell our puzzle badge. I'm going to keep going. Another pair of gloves if you do want to. Not necessarily. Another piggy bank. Let's sell our helmet. We're going to grab it. We 3 piggy banks in the last 3 rounds. We also want to grab ourselves this unidentified amulet. And I'm going to move on. So the reason why I did want to sell our puzzle badge is because with our amulet steal in this spot, we start off with 6 in power, increasing our weapon damage on top of increasing our weapon damage. We slow down our opponents, we deal our damage, and even though our opponent is stacking up a lot of heats, can we still win out? Hell yeah we can. Just barely though, by the way. Just barely. That's a big explosion. We got 2 piggy banks to explode. Give us a lightsaber, giving us a divine pod as well. And some storage. I'm going to sell this. Let's go and grab you. Elements of alchemy we could keep now that we do have a stone skip, but if you want to take the prismatic orb, could be smashing, but I'm not going to take it. More vampirism. Another eye lamp will be amazing too. I'd love to have all these eye lamps around our flame up as much as possible, but we lose our 5% crit chance. 5% crit chance is relatively awesome, especially since it's so difficult to actually scale up our crits unless we inflict a lot of cults. But then again, I'd love to have our sun shield down below in this position. So we can fit another eye lamp in here, fit another eye lamp in here. Who knows, maybe we should be keeping our bloody amulets, stack up a bunch of vampirism, finish off our storage, sell this bit of storage, take another chili pepper, and just keep going. See what else we can gather and get. And should we just grab ourselves a bunch of bloody amulets? I mean, vampirism is going to be relatively awesome since we're going to be going super fast, since we got amulets of life. But yeah, I do kind of want to grab them. We also went for second holy armor. Let's sell that chili pepper to keep going. And that is cold mirror. And that is another piggy bank. Now the cold mirror. Yeah, I'm going to be taking it. I'm going to sell the piggy bank. Or the banana. We're going to grab you. And just an insane amount of items. I kind of want to grab this Jin's lamp and place it in up top instead of this piggy bank. But yeah, we're going to rock on once again. We should be in a pretty good spot to get a bunch of empower. And since we're going to be hitting quite a bit, especially with our gloves of power, we should be able to scale up our empower even faster as well. As well as our Solaris giving us block 2. Yeah, we should get insane amounts of power. We should be able to get lots of heat, slow down our opponent by insane amounts, and just deal crazy damage. And that's a big old frostbite. Piggy bank didn't explode. Should we keep this little fella? I think I'm going to take our Jin's lamp. I'm going to keep rolling. I'm going to take this unstable recombobulator and final round, which is kind of funny because we'll never ever see it explode. And we could have had 17 eye lamps. I'd love to see a build where it's just all eye lamps around the flame up. See how much damage it can do. Let's sell all these items. Let's sell the flame. Let's go ahead and grab you. Amethyst steel. Okay, Amethyst whales. I'm going to gladly keep our Amethyst whales because it gives us our spikes much easier. Which means I'm going to sell our Amethyst alchemy. And yeah, that is a prismatic orb. Now, I wouldn't mind grabbing a prismatic orb since we got our bloody amulets too. Just for that little bit of vampirism, keeping us super healthy. We also have tons of blocks, so vampirism might have not been the best play. Also, why didn't I put a Solaris beside our shield? Because this actually gives us quite a bit of block. Triggering our sun shield's effects. Yeah, that would have made a lot more sense. But hey, flame up, CRYOMANCER, always a ton of fun. Don't play it as often as I'd like to. With the Solaris combo with the sun shield, sun armor, really nice. And with the amount of Jin's lamps I've seen today, with eye lamps, it was kind of absurd. But yeah, I'm going to sell this for now and add in our burning coal. We probably should have kept our extra snowball, but it is what it is. And yeah, let's go and see if it's going to be good enough. We're going to slow this one down. We are facing a cheesy Goobert's Bloodthorn Vampirism. you're going to have 58% crit chance, lots of healing reduction, Echo Battle Cry for infinite damage reduction and crazy block. And as long as we slow them down, we should be in a pretty good spot. They do have the Wisdom Pup, who is going to decrease your cold stacking by 1 every time. We do also have a 60% crit chance. We got infinite heat stacking. We got crazy empower, we're dealing insane damage. 140 crit, and still going upwards. Our opponent does have Battle Rage, 25% damage reduction, answer back with your own damage. Well, this is a big damage flame up. And hell yeah. Not close whatsoever. Definitely not with the big damage flame up. And we did end up with a 75 DPS going all in on that flame up, dealing 65 DPS is kind of nuts. In terms of heals, yeah, we only got 12 healing per second, but again, our opponent had so much healing reduction that we weren't going to heal a whole lot. In terms of max life, 87 max life gained is not great. And in terms of block, we did manage to get about 515 block, 42 per second being our Frozen Flame. Solaris actually providing quite a bit. Then our Sun Armor, Gloves of Power doing the same amount as our Sun Armor, which is kind of funny. But yeah, we did end up with 4 lives left. Let's go and see just how much rank points we managed to get with this awesome big damage flame up. Ranking us back up to Masters, all the way up to 18. Not too bad. But I'm going to leave you here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even subscribing. And I hope to keep a look out for the next one. I'll see you next time. Okay, we're back in some round 18 fights, and we're going to see how we can deal with some other builds. Now, we are facing an adventure with a Staff, Fire, Falcon Blade, Ice Dragons. They're going to be inflicting a lot of cold on us as well. But when an opponent inflicts cold on us, with a Cold Mirror, we should be able to reflect some back. And yeah, our big damage flame just counters our opponents. Now, can we deal with Burning Blade, Dragons, Hardwood, Ever Burning? They could get a lot more damage out of these Burning Blades. By having another Dragon at this side, they definitely could have got insane amounts of damage. Talk about insane amounts of damage. That flame up doing crazy damage. And finally, can we deal with a Cupcake Staff, infinitely stacking heat, maybe even mana, with a Gingerbread Jerry on top of it? So they're going to be stacking up a lot of power, they're going to be stacking up a lot of max life, they're going to be going infinite heat stacking. Are you going to outpace us with our heat? Definitely not.